Start with some names. Well, in fact, there's so many names, so many clubs to go through at the moment. Manchester United linked with Casemiro, and it's gathering momentum, this one. Can you see it happening, and what would he offer?
Well, what a cocktail this is. If we can try and take the ingredients out of the glass one by one to try and get to the bottom of this cocktail. Firstly, he wouldn't seem to go with Ten Hag's long-term plan of a dynamic, high-pressing team. That's not his game. It looks more like a short-term, this is the Dutchman trying to put a finger in the dike type of move. What would he bring? Well, Brazil's coach calls Casemiro his competitive leader, and how United needs someone like that at the moment. Wonderful awareness, wonderful spatial awareness, can see the situation of the game and transfers the ball quickly and efficiently to the more talented attacking players in front of him. So he does have a lot to give. Does he want to give it to Manchester United? Well, United offering him a lot of money and security. But remember, we're 100 days away from the World Cup. Does he want to rock the boat now? He's got Fabinho of Liverpool breathing down his neck for his international place. I just wonder if, in an ideal world, Casemiro would get this offer in January rather than now. But will this offer still be on the table in January? My friends, we live in fascinating times.
We sure do, Tim. Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming on. I want to ask you about another player in La Liga, Matheus Cunha, who is another one that they've been linked with from Atletico Madrid. Is he out of favour at Atletico at the moment? And again, what would he bring if he did join United?
I think it's more the contrary. I think after Atletico have moved Luis Suarez on, this was supposed to be Matheus Cunha's year, the year when he really explodes. They've had a year preparing him. Now they really want to use him. Now this means that if United really do want him, they're going to have to spend a lot of money to get him. Very interesting player. In fact, he was born the day after the miracle of Barcelona, that 1999 Champions League final when United beat Bayern Munich right at the end. He was born the day after, so he just arrived a little bit late at the far post for that one. He's got lots to offer. He's rangy, versatile, talented, mobile, two-footed. I think he's a very, very promising striker indeed. Perhaps one little downside: so far in his career, he's flitted around a little bit. And maybe if there's a question mark against him, is he really the kind of strong character that United need at the moment? But they could certainly do a lot worse than Matheus Cunha, although I think they're going to have to spend a lot of money if they want to land him.
Tim, Manchester United's list at this point, they must be running out of space. We're going to need some new paper. Have you got any more names that you can add for us?
I have, actually, yes. Yeah, just to make all of our lives more complicated. Yes, there's a defensive midfielder from Flamengo here in Rio, where I'm speaking to you now. United were in discussions with Flamengo because Flamengo had Andreas Pereira on loan. So United, I think, had a look at what Flamengo have, and one player who really caught their attention is a 21-year-old defensive midfielder, João Gomes. Very competitive, full of lung power, but Flamengo at this moment, they're in contention for everything. They don't want or need to sell. So I think this one, it's unlikely that we're going to see any progress on that in this transfer window.
Another defensive midfielder that comes to mind there is Moses Caicedo. It is someone United were looking at another period, could have signed him, and then decided they didn't want to sign him, and now they kind of are linked back to him again. But he's going to cost a lot more, isn't he?
Yeah, and that was the thing with Caicedo when he came over from Ecuador. He was so cheap. If he was coming out of Brazil, you'd put another zero, maybe another 2 zeros on the end of that transfer fee. So it was almost like you couldn't go wrong. I was telling you at the time when they were in negotiations that I thought Caicedo was the real deal Holyfield. I don't get things right that often, so when I do, let's stop and just have a pause and crow about that a little bit, because if they do want him now, they're going to have to spend an awful lot more, and it's a lot of profit for Brighton, who really specialise in this kind of deal.
Tim, you are always right, actually. Right, well, one other deal that's done this week, and it involves Brighton, Pervis Estupiñán. What will he bring?
Another, I think, very good piece of business for Brighton. A lot of the players that Ecuador are producing at the moment, one of the defining characteristics that they have is they're very, very physically strong. They're beasts. And Estupiñán certainly fits into that category. He's a left-back with real physical capacity, to get up and down the line. The defensive side of his game is not bad. He's got a lot to offer going forward. I think the Ecuadorian national team have probably used that better than Spanish football have, than Villarreal have, and a number of clubs that he's played for there. But he's come through Spain. He's consolidated a career in Spain, and I think he's got a great deal to offer the Premier League and Brighton. They've just sold one left back. They're bringing in another very, very good one indeed. This connection between Brighton and Ecuador, I think it's very, very good for the South Coast club.